All right, Hustle and Heart girls. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are having the best weeks. Tonight's call is going to be pretty tactical stuff, but we'll keep it short and sweet. But there's a tool that's been available to all Beachbody coaches for several months now. Previously, there was a tool that was ultimately the same thing, but it's just been refined this last year. So it's called the Business Activity Tracker. It's something that you can go into the Misfit Republic Facebook page, and on the left-hand side, there's a menu. Click into Files, and it might be like the fourth item right now. I think it's like the fourth item down. It's a PDF. You can go ahead and download that and print it. That's what I did. So the Business Activity Tracker is essentially a to-do list. It looks like a chore chart for a family, but for coaches. So it's got at the top, my why. So every single week, this is something that you will print out. It's good for 7 whole days of your business. And it starts with Thursdays. And that's because our coach offices renew themselves on Thursdays, paydays Thursday, rank advancement days. So that's like our Monday. So Thursday through Wednesday. But at the top, it lets you state every single week, the purpose behind your business. And it's going to change as you evolve and grow as a person, as a coach, in your own personal journey and in your financial success and whatever that looks like for you guys. But it really has you starting from the beginning with intention. So it's not just checking things off to do them, but why are you even pulling this chart out in the first place, which I think is really, really cool. And then it breaks it down with the 4 vital behaviors. If you're a newer coach and you've never heard this term before, essentially as a coach, there are 4 activities that you should be doing every single day or very, very regularly in order to be the most successful coach, leader, mentor, whoever that you want to be. And the first one is being proof that the products work. That means that you are living and breathing the truth of Beachbody and that you are giving all that you have to offer through your own testimony. I'm going to go to speaker view quick, see if that helps. Okay. And so basically it's just asking you, did you work out and drink Shakeology? That should be a very natural thing for us to cross off on our journeys, but you're allowed to get credit for it and make it sound like you're really checking off a to-do. And it's just reminding you at the very top that you are your first priority. If you're not putting yourself before anyone else, if you're helping other people work out, but you're not moving your body, if you're encouraging people to use the containers, but your diet's been bad, you need to put yourself first and lead by example. So that's the first vital behavior. The second vital behavior you should be doing very, very regularly is connect, invite, and follow up. And the reason why it's worded that way, it's changed from previous, it was invite, invite, invite. And I think Beachbody Corporate took a step back and said, you know what, we need to make this more about people and relationships and not just numbers. And I think that was an effective way to do that. So connecting with people and building relationships, that's where it starts. We're not a copy and paste team. I don't believe that we are. And then following up, because that's where the fortune is. Most people don't say yes the first time. So that second vital behavior is all of those activities. Any conversation you're going to have one-on-one with your people in your inbox, essentially, that's what that vital behavior is. And it gives you broken down into how much time each part should take to, which I think is really, really great. When you pull this up on your own and you download it or you print it, you'll be able to see this, but I'll quick just go through. It's going to tell you, for your power hour, if you sit down and spend an hour on your business, you can use 20 whole minutes of that initiating connections and building your network. And that just means following new people, spreading sunshine, like I call it, liking some pictures, commenting, sending a girl a compliment, saying, hey, how are you? Hope you have a great week. And that's it. 20 minutes on that. That's kind of sweet that that's part of your job, just making friends. And then the next part is doing a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. This is included in this vital behavior, I think, because it's reminding you that as wonderful and powerful as those individual conversations are, if you don't have a social media presence and you're not regularly posting on your feed, they're going to question what you're up to maybe, or your credibility. If you send them an invite, they want to see that you're on your journey too. And so showcasing your healthy lifestyle reminds them that you're in the trenches with them. They can trust you to lead them by example. And then it says, or the post will have a call to action. That just means that the way you're wording your posts is like an invite to everybody that views it. So I'm looking for 10 women that want to change their lives this summer, with nutrition and workouts, something along those lines. That's a call to action. So an invite can be kind of a large, hey, shouting to whoever wants to hear me, inviting in a post with a call to action, or in your inbox. And then it suggests, the way to update your IG story throughout the day, showing your daily life workout clips. This is nice to me because it gives you 6 different ideas of what you can put in your story. And I think it's really fun because a really common, not complaint, but concern, I would say, a really common concern from coaches is, I don't know what to post about, or I do the same thing every day. I go to work, I come home. And it reminds you, like, just show a quick little thing of your meal prep or your shake. A call to action in your stories is a good one too, using a poll or a question box. Recognizing your challengers that are really slaying and doing everything that they can to empower, the people in your group and how they bring energy to your challenge groups. Show off those girls. If they've got results that if they're comfortable with you sharing publicly, share that stuff. But updating your IG story throughout the day. And that would be about 3 minutes per post, it says. You can dedicate 10 minutes of your power hour, it said, to the social media post. But if you plan ahead, that could be even shorter. And when I say that plan ahead, I mean doing posts in bulk. If you have time on a Sunday or a Saturday, kind of mapping out a few posts for the week. Another part of this vital behavior, number 2, we're still on, responding to likes, comments, and views. People that are viewing your story and watch it all the way to the end, those are the girls you should be talking to. They're watching you for a reason. They're interested. That can take a whole 20 minutes. And then inviting at least 5 people to join a challenge group or learn about the coaching opportunity. And that can take about 15 minutes. And I won't go super into depth with that because we do have videos for inviting specifically. And there are so many different videos for each of these tasks. If any of them feels daunting or confusing or you're not quite sure where to begin, Google or YouTube search keyword. YouTube is seriously my gold at the end of the rainbow. And then following up with people that you've previously invited can take about 15 minutes or so. So that right here, this second vital behavior can be your whole power hour. When you do the first part, being proof the product works, you drink your shake and you work out, that's not considered part of your power hour. That's something that you make time for outside of your business hours because it's your journey. You would do those things whether or not you were actively building a business or a team. And then the third vital behavior, getting people results. And this is going to be demonstrated through challenge groups. This is going to be built upon when you are checking in with girls regularly, whether that's in an inbox, a DM, or maybe you're friends and you have each other's cell phone numbers and you text them, or you have a group email. But whatever way you're connecting with your people and showing up for their journey, that's part of that behavior because you can't make them press play. You can't go to their house and blend their shake. You can't put their veggies in their green container, but you can show up and remind them how to do these things, and you can remind them why they should be doing these things. It's your job as their coach. Ultimately, I feel like that is the definition of what we do. I mean, we say that, the most income producing activities are inviting and following up, but at our core, we're fitness coaches. What does a coach do? They cheer you on, they support you, they give you guidance on the journey. That's getting people results. If you're not doing that, what's the point? So that third vital behavior, I think, is so, so important. And obviously you want to be dedicated to your own journey because they're going to follow you. They're going to follow in your footsteps, and the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So whatever you're doing, they're going to try to emulate you, and they might fall short, but at least you're setting the standard high so you know that if they do copy what you're doing, you can be very proud of them. So that's a good self-check too. If your challengers were doing exactly what you're doing right now, would they be getting results? Would they be, doing something to be proud of? And then recognizing their achievement when they do succeed. You could do something like Challenger of the Week. You can access in the participants part of the desktop version of the My Challenge Tracker app if that's how you run your challenge groups. You can see how many shakes and workouts that everyone's logged, whether you want to view the whole entire group, this current week, a previous week, however you want to do that, and then recognizing them. I think a lot of people can relate to the love language, words of affirmation being like what really motivates them and how you can really connect with someone and encourage them. A lot of people respond really positively to just that love and calling them out and reminding them, hey, I see you. You're working so hard. I'm proud of you. And the girls in this group are lucky to have you in here because you're a leader too, which I love. I love challenge groups so much. They're such a cool space. And then the fourth vital behavior is doing personal development. And it says engaging in personal or professional development. And that just means is what you're reading or listening to kind of filling your soul and, filling your cup that way? Or is it helping you be a better mentor, a better leader in your business? So depending on what book or podcast that could fall into either, I think it's a good idea to do a healthy mix of both. But the chart says, either or. So that's what this whole thing is all about. I walked you through what you should be logging Thursday through Wednesday. Maybe you're someone that likes to set specific business hours or certain days that you work on your business. Perhaps you're a student. Maybe you work 40 plus hours a week. Maybe you have a little baby at home. You might not sit down every single day for an hour and do these things. But as long as you are working in the cracks of your day and making up for that and showing up in different ways, you're going to be fine. Just know that this might not apply directly to you, but you just need to do the legwork in kind of defining what your minimum or your non-negotiables should be. So when it says invite at least 5 people to join a challenge group, first of all, that means that you should be hosting challenge groups every single month or something to invite to, and that's where the business opportunity comes in as well. But second of all, it says at least 5 people. Maybe you invite 0 Friday through Sunday because it's a family weekend and you want to be present. But Monday through Thursday, maybe you invite 7 a day or however many you want in order to really feel accomplished in your business that week. And of course, the more people you invite, depending on the quality of the message you're sending, I should say that a little bit, but the more people you invite, the more chances you have of people saying yes, people signing up with you. And that just means the speed at which you might grow can change depending on how many people you're willing to talk to and excited to talk to and reach out to every single day or several times a week. That's not to say that you can't build a successful business by inviting one person every single day, especially if those are quality conversations and you can give them your laser focused attention. It's just going to be a little slower of a process than if you were to commit to 15 a day, 5 days a week, for example. But I think 3 to 5 is a really solid number for the bare minimum, just because it's sustainable and it gives you time to invite everyone in your warm market, people you know, friends, family, coworkers, classmates, whoever. And then at the same time, you're building your network. You're reaching out to people every single day. You're building connections and following new people. So you'll always have at least 3 to 5 people to talk to. I think that's less of a daunting number than, I think the National Wake Up Call the other week was like, I talked to 55 or 60 women every single, what? Those cannot be quality conversations. That's just me projecting what I feel. I know I would not be able to do that. That's craziness to me, and I commend her if that works for her. She's on the National Wake Up Call. Apparently something's working, but that's not my style. 3 to 5, I think, is a really good benchmark. If you can do it consistently, guys, you've talked to nearly 1,000 people every single year if you invite at least 3 people. Like, compound effect. Hello, things add up for sure. Okay, so like I said, it maps out Thursday through Wednesday, and all you're doing is checking off. This is not going to be where you track conversations necessarily, though that PDF I mentioned in the Misfit Files group or Files page does include the contact list. I think it comes in 2 pages, and it'll ask you, who did you talk to? That's where I would put their Instagram handle, the date of the conversation, and then notes. Maybe like they said no, follow up in July, however that goes. And then it gives you an opportunity to check off if you followed up with them. So maybe you print off both of these for every week. But I mean, you're just checking off. This isn't super detailed in terms of how you need to interact with this. It's just keeping you on track as to what do I need to do here? And if I'm not doing it, maybe step back and say, why? Why aren't I doing these things? Or at least you're aware of what can be improved on so that you can reach out to me, or you can reach out to your upline, or seek other support wherever you're comfortable, and say, okay, I really suck at recognizing my challengers. I need some ideas. I need ideas for recognition. Help me with that vital behavior because I know I'm not doing a great job at it and my girls deserve that. Or maybe you're not very disciplined with personal development. Like me, I really stink at that currently. Is there a reason? Like, is there a podcast out there that maybe I'd connect with and I'd want to listen to every day? Or maybe I just haven't found the book yet that really speaks to my soul. Everyone's reading this one, but I don't connect with it. Where's my book? So it just is a nice way to be self-aware of your business. Every other business on the planet has these types of charts. They have inventory. They take, close analysis of how's our product doing this month, or, what are we worth in the stock market right now? Oh, we're up 30 points, whatever. Why would we be any different? We want to see how we're being successful or where we need improvement. If we want to be in this for the long term, we want to know, what am I doing really well? How can I duplicate that? What am I not doing so hot in? How can I get myself to where I want to be? So this chart doesn't tell you how to improve, but it tells you probably where you can improve, and that's the best place to start. So it'll ask you at the bottom to like my weekly business results. So number of new followers, that's something you can just note in your tracking notebook or a different notebook. I started the week with 1,500 followers. Maybe by Friday you have 30 plus followers. That's where you would record these things. I laminated this one a while ago, haven't used it. That's why this call is so fun tonight, because we're all learning together. But just talking about it kind of encourages me and makes me excited to actually put it into use. So that's just what I notice about myself, is the more I talk about something, I kind of talk myself into it. So I like the organization of this. I think it's something that I'm going to implement. And I'm someone that will print off a bunch of them and probably 3-hole punch them for a binder, so I can go week to week and look at that. And then it'll have the contact information for those conversations all in one place too, so you don't lose those things. Because if you're following up with people, you want to see who you talked with weeks previous. So that's what I've got for our Success Club System daily business activity tracker. Hopefully you guys have printed out a few, or you know where to access it now. Do any of you guys have questions for me or comments? Are any of you guys using this currently? I guess is my first question.
Honestly, before this, I was actually pretty intimidated to use it because it looked so scary. And so I didn't even think of using it, if I'm going to be honest.
No, I'm so happy you said that, because when I sat down after printing this, I went, wow, that's a lot of boxes to check and a lot of small font. Like, there's got to be way too much to this. But did it help you, like, just walking through it, realize, like, I'm already doing a lot of these things? I think you are, Rachel. That's me talking for Rachel. I think you're doing a lot of these things already.
Yeah, I think, like, just using it will just make me like, wow, I'm actually like putting in the work, even though I already am. It'll just like help me recognize myself doing the work. So I think I'll use it.
I love that. That's awesome. I hope everyone really listened to what Rachel just said. Like, girls on live, people watching recording, like, you should be acknowledging the work you're putting in right now, guys. I hope that you realize that whether you're a coach, an emerald coach, a diamond coach, whoever you are, wherever you are in your business, if you're showing up every single day, that's something to be very proud of. Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart. It's hard. I'm not going to lie. Like, and you guys know, if you've been around for more than 5 minutes, it's hard. Whether you're at the beginning and gaining traction, if you have 0 followers, building that following, if you're hosting your first challenge group and you only got 2 girls at the beginning, or maybe you got 0 and you're still searching for your people, it's hard. But the reason you're here is because you know that not that I'm capable of being successful, I'm capable of earning the money and hitting rank. No, you're worthy of leading women to being their best selves. I think that's the most important thing to remember tonight, is that you're here with a purpose, and it's to help girls change their lives. And I hope that you don't take that lightly, and that you remember that what you have to offer is such a gift. And this is just the tactical stuff of, okay, here's what I did today. I invited 5 girls, check. But you know what you actually do when you're inviting 5 girls? You're inviting them into a family of women that cannot wait to love the crap out of them, that are passionate about empowering every single one of them. And I can't think of a single person on our team that isn't so joyful when they watch other women succeed. That's so cool about our team. And this business in general, I think, is that we're not competing with each other. I've never gotten that feeling from anybody in this business. And maybe if I compare myself to someone and I say I should be where she is, but that's me putting it on myself. I've never had anyone come at me with, you should be at a different place than you are, or you should be doing more, because it's just such a positive space, guys. And what we do is really cool. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for you guys. And it'd be pretty cool if we got to do this for a couple years down the road and say, hey, like, I remember when I was beginning and this part of the business terrified me. Or I remember when I first started talking on my stories and it scared the living daylights out of me. And I showed up anyways, because we all start at the beginning. And no matter where you're at, we can all sit down with our trackers every single day. And whether you're in the top 10 of the company or you just signed up 5 minutes ago, these are the things you get to do day in and day out. And it's never going to change. We show up for ourselves. We invite people to join in with their journey. We celebrate the crap out of them when they succeed. And we reach out when they're having a hard time and give them the love and support that they need. What's the last one? And then we do personal development. We don't just take care of our bodies and our physical selves. We want to fill our minds too. So I don't know, guys. I feel like it's just a pretty sweet tracker. But I'm going to check the chat super quick. Amy says she's not using it yet, but I found and saved it last night. Might copy and create my own. Ooh, I love that. Amy, if you end up doing that, is that something you would be comfortable sharing with the group in case maybe someone really vibes better with whatever you create? Because I know some people might see this, like Rachel and I, and go, oh my gosh, this looks like a lot. Then you read it and you realize, okay, it's just broken down like step by step by step. But if you would thrive with a different system and you know a different way that holds you accountable, share that with the team, guys. We'd love to know. This plus having a really solid tracking system for your conversations and your gold. That's organization goals right there, I think. So, all right, girlies, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the recording. Sound good? All right.